was the highest one, truly. Jesus, have mercy. Jesus. Okay, I'm going to look sweaty and even on camera.
Wave rag that you
I'm
have
going
to
to have
say.
that round, please, babe. Yeah, it recorded. Oh, gosh. Okay. Whew. You can see my punks. My dirty rag. Thank you. Okay. I went through it.
Good.
Why we take so long to start adulting is a scam?
I know.
Tell the people. The people
Because adulting is a scam.
the people that want to know. Right?
That is precisely why. Because adulting is a scam.
And if you all didn't know, today is Mother's Day. Trudy and I don't celebrate that nonsense. We don't participate, but we do want to tell the people that we love. And one or two, a few of them.
Boycotting.
There's a couple of them that we would, come out of our hibernation to say
Happy Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay. Hopefully I'm not looking sweaty on cameras.
Yeah.
And that you could see my personality shine through and not my sweat.
Okay. Alright, so that was the intro?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the nice thing about the little internet thing, I could chop this up.
Okay.
Just go right into talking about what we talk about.
Oh yes. Hello friends. Well, I think this is the first time I'm doing a video.
Really?
Yeah.
So you haven't. So that means that I was wrong to say that we now starting.
No, it's no. There were 2 episodes before. Yeah, there were 2 recorded episodes before, and then
nothing. So now we're going to do video and audio.
And audio.
It's not, you're not always going to get it in this format.
No.
You don't have. This is hot.
Fight
right?
it.
This is hot, and I don't have the energy to lose 10 pounds every time I need to come on this camera. All right.
Right. So, today is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wanna go into that, or we just go on?
No, I don't go by father.
Okay, we go. All right, cool. We go deal with that another time. What inspired you?
My punk's outside. Well,
I feel like we had to run this from the top.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna edit it.
Okay.
In post.
All right.
So young people see.
All right, no problem. All right, folks, welcome to technically the 3rd edition of Adulting is a Scam.
Featuring me.
Featuring one of my besties, Amanda. What are we gonna talk about? Just do we have like a theme for today? Or this is just the revamp? Let's just call it the revamp.
Just catching up. This is just a catch up so that we can know where we are at. We're in 2024. We started in 2020.
That is a good question.
It
was in the pandemic, so it's possible it was 2020 or 2021. Yeah, boy.
Right.
Shame.
No, well, again, adulting is a scam.
Adulting is a scam, and the motivation, the energy, just the things I needed to get this done were lacking. So, it took a little backseat, but here we are. And, so yeah, this is a catch up. So how's your week? How's your week been going? What is Sunday? So how was your last week?
I don't know. Honestly, to be quite honest, I personally find the most adultiest thing I did this week was going to the market. And if I went to the market, spent $150, my mother would be appalled at seeing his Mother's Day. Yeah, she'd be appalled at the amount of goods that I got for $150. It was maybe max 10 things with 6 apples, and I was just like, okay, well, I guess this is the life that we're living now. So yeah, that's my week. The most adultiest thing I did, and I meal prepped in a big way.
Oh, look at you!
I'll put it in the video so you can see it. I meal prepped in a big way.
I'm so happy for you. I feel like I didn't adult this week at all. I worked.
I want to not adult.
I don't want to adult either. I worked. Now working 2 jobs technically, and
that seems to be like a standard that everybody thinks that we should all be aspiring to. But
I came from a friend earlier this morning, and she was saying we are very much becoming like the US, where like you need more than, I mean, it's been said before, right? You need more than one income to really survive, but like, yeah, you need more than one income to survive. The cost of living is just way too high. So
it's ridiculous.
yeah, so now working 2 jobs, and I think adjusting to that has been like
a whirlwind.
Yeah, my body's still trying to catch up. So, it requires some maneuvering of my schedule and my sleep. So, yeah. So, like, before I could have played with the sleep, now the sleep had to happen. Yeah.
I try to go to bed by 11 o'clock in the night now.
Right? I tell myself 10:30 so that by 11 I'm actually in bed. But the downside is I have to get up at 4:30 every morning. So I really should be in bed by 10:30.
Yes, you should. Okay, let's set a sleep schedule. So
yeah,
this is going to be our accountability, because we have to look back at this and edit it
Yes.
and then do all the things.
Right.
So this is us making ourselves more accountable, because you're going to hear yourself saying it.
Yes.
And we're going to try to get to bed by 10:30. Ooh, that
is a stretch. But
we could do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
What inspired me this week? That's what he's gonna ask me.
Yes. What was your
inspiration
this week?
I think I'll put a video in here.
I'm now said he's a spoken word artist, so he needs to back that up for me.
No problem.
All right, cool. Acapella.
No problem. Acapella too?
Acapella.
Copy that. Watch this.
All right.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, would you?
It's one of my favorites. You might be familiar, big dog.
Okay.
Peter picked a fight with Jesus.
Okay.
On a boat full of honeys and some wavy niggas. Luke told him he was tripping. He ain't want to listen. Peter didn't pay attention on a different rhythm. He said, "Good Lord, if it's really you, let me do it too." Jesus said, "Nigga, I'm the truth. And the wave and the light. We can walk on water, but don't take me out your sight." And Peter thought he heard him right. Didn't even grab his coat. He just jumped up off the boat. When he landed on his boots, Peter finally had his proof. Keep your eyes on the prize. All Peter had to do, but he was zooted. Him and Matthew had mushrooms in the bathroom. Told Peter he ain't want no part of it. Now he's on the water and the winds got him wobbling. All the fears in his mind arrived at the perfect time, and the thunder from the storm threw Peter off his form. He was afraid, beginning to sink, drowning in nightmares and fear of his dreams, and he cried for the Lord to save his soul from the sea, and Jesus caught him right before he hit the bottom, threw Peter on the ship, asked him why he ever doubted him. Have a little faith in your friend. I told you I had you, dog, but you never locked in. I'm the one you depend on in the deep end, but to your defense, that was pretty lit. Next time you on the wave, listen to the spirit.
And this was this particular clip. It just made me think about if we didn't have like religious restrictions, because the way this person bringing message across. Would more people go to church? Because like if you had messages like this in like if you go to church every day or you go to church every Sunday, and you get the word in a form like this, like spoken word. Do you think?
Oh, right. Thing.
Yeah. Do you think that it would
encourage
me to go to church more or to participate more? Because like I just the creativity of how he would have brought this story of Peter, not trusting trusting Jesus. And I was like, this makes so much sense. Yeah. I feel like if we would stop putting restrictions on what could be
spoken about,
and how, and then like make it more relatable to what people actually going through right now. I feel like you would be wanting to participate. I won't go back in the Bible now and be like, did he say that?
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. The interpretation of it was like, that was my inspiration for the week.
I think the traditional way of church and has been very, how to put it, boy, punitive. Like, if you do this will happen to you. And it takes away, I think, the humanness, I guess, from us. And yes, the aim is to be less of you and more like Christ, right? But at the same time, we still us. We're not perfect. We are very flawed. And so that is where your salvation comes in. It's because we are flawed that, that Christ went to the cross and he died for us and all of that, right? So I think what I like about my church is how they tend to bring it home. So they do have the difficult conversations. I think they've made an effort to do that more recently. And then they make it relatable. So whoever is preaching at the time would be like, they would use their own experiences then.
Which is like that. I guess that's my experience of church before.
Yeah.
Is always I'm mighty. The message used to come across as I'm mighty, and thou would follow me.
Yes.
Because I know Christ so good.
Yeah.
I know the word.
Yeah. Nah.
Like,
sometimes pastor will say, "Pastor, you?" Yeah.
That's what I think. That's my thing. So I guess what I'm saying is that, are we evolving? Like,
I think some of us are. Some of us. There's still some churches that are still very, very, very
staunch.
Yeah, boy. And it's unfortunate that instead of encouraging people to come in, you end up pushing people away. Actually, I remember that actually came up in church a time. They were saying that people they love Christ, and they want to follow him. They don't like church.
That's not saying it's like the institution somehow.
Yes,
the institution makes it difficult
to really be involved, to feel like you belong to something, and so I hope that there's a greater movement to really adjust that. And I mean, there are people that I follow that I think are and so that restores some sort of hope, but just have to see how it goes. Yes, time will tell, because at the same time you don't want it to be too where we lose the essence of.
But that's not saying again, is the underlying message remains the same.
Yeah.
But it's just the interpretation.
Exactly. And stop excluding people. That's the thing. Stop excluding people, based on what your preconceived notion, is.
True. What inspired you this week?
What inspired me this week, boy? That's a good question.
I mean, I probably should have sent you a video or told you to look for one.
Yeah.
But did anything at all inspire you?
Inspire me this week? I'm thinking. I guess, I don't know if it's an inspiration is the word I would use. Maybe motivation. But just to buckle down and okay, so I have a dream that I want to retire by. I hit the mic. I want to retire by 45 is being very super ambitious, but 50.
No, that's it. That's not
nice. And so.
And when we say retire, what do you mean by retire?
I said I don't want to be working. I want to be living off of passive income or retirement money.
Okay.
I don't want to be working. I rather than that, or maybe more in a managerial, just overseeing, not actually having to
be the worker.
Yeah, exactly. So, my inspiration for that came from a conversation I was having with somebody, along with I was talking to a cousin of mine who recently had a little health scare, and he was just highlighting the importance of certain things and having certain things in place and having a partner, but I don't have a partner yet. So, I need to make sure that should it not happen, that at least things are in place for, when I decide to no longer be an active.
That's the thing, active employee, because I want to retire from being an employee when I'm 45.
Yes.
I could have my own business, and I think I want the same passive income, but I don't see myself being someone's particular employee, even though when you're working for yourself, you still have clients that you're working for.
Yes, but it's still on your terms, your time.
That's the thing.
Yeah, so.
And having time, the thing is, that's what I want by 45, 46. I want to be able to manage my time how I would like.
I think I want to live, my goal, honestly, is just to live life more fully. The older we get, the more I realize just how short life is, and you just never, you're not promised anything. You're not promised another day. Like, you just don't know what can happen. And so I want to be able to say that I already lived the life that I was given. So I want to enjoy the moments, do the things. So now I've made a commitment to actually, so like every weekend I'll find something to do.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause, well, like, during the week it ain't happening.
Oh.
During the week it's just work. But like, I want to do something social every week, or even if it's just like to go on a walk outside.
Okay. I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
to do something every social.
it's just like when I say enjoy the time, like, it kind of just all be work.
I get it because I myself, just this week I tell myself, I realized that I've committed to saying yes. Like, if
Did
somebody
you
else
ever
is-
read? Maybe you should. There's a book by Shonda Rhimes actually called The Year of Yes.
Shonda Rhimes?
Yeah, where she actually said, so every opportunity that came, she said yes to it.
I think I wanted, like,
Yeah.
because, like, so just this week my friend was asked us to go fishing. She asked us if we could go fishing, if we've ever been, and
Yeah.
we've never been, but I
Yeah.
have another neighbor friend who's been to fishing.
Right.
So we asked his advice, and he said he would come with us. We went fishing. Mind you, my dress was very inappropriate for the fishing, but like, they caught an eel and they caught like little fish, and
Okay.
like the fishing, there's a whole community and a whole
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. People go out to fish in front Hyatt.
In front of
The
Hyatt.
Hyatt, yes.
Okay, I would not have thought that
Listen
that
to
was
me, and so 11 o'clock at night, there's like a whole line of people, and then when you're leaving, like every time you leave, if you have bait,
right.
it's like I said, community. People just leave the bait with whoever is left there. I was like, that was so nice.
We have things here, you know, and that's my point. We have things
to do.
And I think it's just making up your mind that you want to do things and then searching out those activities because they exist. I went on a Paramount tour last week and I had
How was that?
the best time. It was just,
You got food in too?
yeah. So we got like corn soup and stuff for lunch, and then we had dinner by Miss Julia. So we got like
Right.
roast bake and pot bake with saltfish, and it was gay cocoa tea. It was real.
We got all this stuff.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
good.
I
It was
love
just
that
like a
for us.
real nice tour. I would definitely do it again.
I love that for us.
Yeah, so like we have things. We have Know Your Country tours. We have like down the islands. We have things, guys. So it's just to commit to doing the things. Live the life that you've been given.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I need to press pause now. Because my husband is looking at the pot. Actually, you know, this will make it very organic. I'm coming back. I need to look at my pots.
Where he disappeared to
I
a
don't
tree.
like where you going. Like, serve a purpose, sir.
You
Serve a
see?
purpose.
You don't have a slow cooker?
Well, I mean, I really just wanted corn soup, you know. Telling you the honest truth.
You could make this corn soup in your slow cooker.
Nah, it's not the same. Plus, I only have an electric stove. So, I would advise any young single person who wants to move out, do not buy a gas stove. Buy an electric stove. This is the shit. You don't have to actually watch it. Because when I was cooking last week by my aunt in Tobago, and I was using the gas stove, that food finished for us.
I believe in a gas stove, eh?
Listen, that food
believe
cooking
in it.
20 minutes. So it's
Yeah.
pop. I'm going to leave that there for cook for an hour. It'll take its time.
I believe in a gas stove.
We should check it.
Yeah, it's talking about you. That's okay.
It's all right. Thank
do
you.
you.
You're so kind. We really appreciate you. You know, just make sure can you put some seasonings in it for me? That'd be nice, right? Thanks. You're so kind. But yeah, no, gas stove versus electric stove. That's what
I mean, my number one reason has always been because if electricity go, I still want to be able to do things.
So that's why I would say, I mean, as you get older and you get a little more fancy, buy one burner. Buy a one burner, but the electric stove allows you to like walk away from it. You can it cooking so slow. You're taking your time. Yes, that would be important. They'll grate that down. I tell them to grate some carrot into it. So maybe I might try it. It will look like after. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But yeah, I find like I really find that is an adult thing that I actually purposefully have done.
Right.
Switch from gas to electric.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're not enough, it's serious stuff. But then
no.
I have
That's
neighbors. That's the thing. I'm good with my neighbors.
Well, yeah, me too. But
Actually good
But
whenever
now
carry pot across
like it had a time
boil
we had
water
a
and thing.
blackout. I was so hungry. I make a whole pot bake.
Alright, I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
And I could have used my kettle to boil because I have a stove kettle. I don't like electric kettles. So I still boil my water, make my tea, had a meal.
Alright. That's a valid point. I will invest in one of those USBs that is full charge.
I'll get one of those, those have those battery things.
That's it. That's exactly
Oh,
the USB.
okay.
It's only charged for like a valid 5 hours.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
You could use that, right?
Yeah,
Fair enough. You know?
because again, like I like the ability of not having to watch the pot. When you're cooking on a gas stove, you have to focus on that, and that's the only thing that you do.
I mean,
An electric stove,
I
you
put
can
that
walk
on,
away.
you put it on the right heat. I set a little time. I come back and check it on mine.
Yeah, but I mean, you're focused. I was saying,
Alright.
like,
Yeah,
I will show you
each his
different.
own.
I will. We'll, you know what? One episode we can compare cooking stew chicken. I tell you, when I was like I almost
You want me
burned.
cooking? No.
I almost burned the chicken in Tobago because I wasn't focused. I was like, wait, this thing cooking much faster than us usually have to deal with.
Maybe the
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the temperature.
flame.
The flame. It was literally. I think it's just that on a gas stove, the temperature is so like it gets so hot. The pot is seasoned nice. I can't do anything about it.
We could do.
That's why you could only cook certain meals on a gas stove too, and it would taste decent. Like pick your battles.
I like my stove.
Yeah, you gotta pick your battles. That's alright. Okay, hit me the next one.
I think that was it, you know.
No, that is not it, Trudy. It had like 4 things for us to hold.
Yeah, but we kind of mixed it. Inspired. Are you religious?
Right, okay.
And what unnecessary another thing we did.
Okay.
Oh, where do important documents go?
Listen, well, that's the topic of today. The topic is, because we're talking about adults and being a scam, where do you put your important documents? Because I have mine in a box on top of a shelf. But more adults like me say to put it in a fireproof can.
Safe. Yeah.
Where do you buy a fireproof can in Trinidad and Tobago?
It have fireproof safes in Preston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
I've been thinking about getting one. Because right now mine is in a file folder in a cupboard tucked away.
I know, yeah, because Bermuda sings about me a tin can since I was in Pampers.
Didn't they stop?
Since I was in Pampers,
yeah, no, but I think there was an announcement that they're gonna stop those big tin can things.
Why?
I don't know.
I see, and that's how people used to say. To me, I think that's what you used to put your files in. But where do you put your important documents?
Like, is it just in a file folder in a closet?
Yeah, mine too.
So, like if anything happened, I just had to make a rush and hopefully I could get to it before.
Well, I mean, I have made it my purpose. So some of the documents on top of the shelf and some in a file folder. But I'm trying to not put them on the ground.
Yeah, well,
so flood.
Yeah.
And then,
you know what? I really should invest in that fireproof safe. And they weren't like too pricey when I checked either.
It's too pricey for you adult, truly.
I don't remember the exact price, but I remember thinking this is not bad for a seat. You know, well, maybe we can should we look it up now?
Later. Okay. We'll put it in here for you to see to up our screenshot, right?
Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah, but no, I don't think it was like an exorbitant.
She's saying exorbitant. If it's anything over $500,
my little budget, I don't think it costs.
Afford it.
I don't think it costs $500.
Okay, that's not bad. We'll see. If it's more than $500,
because it's a small.
And then how often documents to people in that? That's a one.
Single.
As another adult thing we'll talk about.
Single. So have
the perks of like this because it.
She said, I mean, they have perks.
They have perks of being single and have perks of being married.
Yes.
Like it's just what you want to deal with.
Yeah.
And so that's what we'll talk about in our next episode. Well, I think our next episode, like this, is my show.
No, but I mean, I feel like you are our, standing. Standing guest.
I can do that. I could be here. I could be a decent co-host. I think I can make a decent co-host.
Right,
so
I agree.
Hopefully y'all will join us again. Look out for another episode. Look at us. Let me see how long it take.
Oh gosh. That's like
23
20
minutes.
Not bad.